Today, let's look at two of Malaysia's leading financial institutions, CIMB and Maybank. CIMB, established in 1974 as a merchant bank, has evolved into a major financial powerhouse in Southeast Asia. Known as for its corporate and investment banking, asset management, and Islamic banking services, CIMB operates across Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, and more. With a strong focus on innovation, it leads in digital banking, particularly in retail and mobile solutions. Its extensive network and customer-centric approach solidify its position as a key player in regional finance. Meanwhile, Maybank, founded in 1960, stands as Malaysia's largest financial group and one of Southeast Asia banking giants, offering a wide array of services. Retail, corporate, investment, and Islamic banking. Is a pioneer in digital innovation, providing seamless online and mobile banking experience. Its vast network and dedication to sustainability ensure Maybank remains a cornerstone of global finance. Both institutions play pivotal roles in driving national financial growth and regional influence. Bonds are financial instruments where investors lend money to issuers, like governments, companies, or municipalities, in exchange for regular interest payment, called coupons, and the return of the principal amount upon maturity. Known for their stability, bonds provide a steady income stream, making them a safer alternative to stocks. They come in three types: government bonds, corporate bonds, and municipal bonds, each with varying level of risk and return. Often used in portfolio diversification, bonds help balance riskier investment, making them a cornerstone for conservative investment strategies.
The product of CIMB government bond is providing investing opportunities in Malaysian government securities (MGS) and government investing issues (GII). This offers low-risk government-backed bonds ideal for investors seeking stable and predictable returns. Maybank offers corporate bond and Sukuk as investment and financing solution, with corporate bonds serving as traditional debt instrument for raising funds and Sukuk provide Sharia-compliant alternative for Islamic investors, but both offering stable returns. Now I will explain the key feature of CIMB government bond. First, we have issuer and safety that is backed by the Malaysian government that offer low risk investment. Second, we have interest rate that start with 3% to 4% per annum and semi-annually paid. And then we have tenure and repayment that range from 3 to 30 years with principal repaid at maturity. And fourth, we have liquidity that's very high and tradable in the secondary market. And then we have tax and compliant, which is tax exempt interest income for Malaysia, also available for Sharia compliant option. And lastly, we have the portfolio diversification that ideal for balancing risky investment with stable return. For the key feature under Maybank corporate bonds, we have first is issuer and safety that offer bonds from well-known companies with strong credit rating, making them safer for investors. Second is interest rate that start from 4% to 6% that provide higher interest. And then number 3 is tenure and repayment, which is last 3 to 10 years with the full investment repaid at maturity. And number 4 is liquidity, which is can be sold before they mature, but how easily depends on the issuer and market condition. Number 5 is regular coupon payment, which is investor receive interest payment yearly or twice a year until the bond matures. And lastly, portfolio diversification, which is help balance a portfolio by adding a steady and lower risk investment. Next, the key feature for Sukuk, which is Islamic corporate bond that's still under Maybank's product. First, they have issuer and safety that are offered by companies or government and follow Islamic principle. Second, they have interest rate that usually 4% to 6% annually. Third, they have tenure, which is typically last 3 to 10 years with the full principal repaid. And the fourth is profit payment. The investor receive profit payment semi-annually tied to the return from Sharia compliant assets or project. 5, they have risk, which is Sukuk have low to moderate risk backed up by tangible assets or project. And then lastly is Sharia compliant. Sukuk meet Islamic finance rule and avoiding interest, which is riba, and prohibit activities like gambling or alcohol. For the interest rate dividend of the product, first, for CIMB Bank Malaysian government securities, they offer a safe investment option with a typical coupon rate of 3% to 4% per year, provide fixed semi-annual interest payment, meaning bondholders will receive fixed interest payment twice a year. For example, a 3.5% coupon rate on 100,000 ringgit yield 1,750 ringgit every 6 months. So the interest is paid to the investor and the principal is repaid at maturity with no compounding. Second, for Maybank corporate bonds, Maybank provide debt instrument issued by firm to raise funds for operation growth or other financial purposes. The coupon rate for Maybank's corporate bonds typically fluctuates between 4% and 6% per year. Bondholder get semi-annual interest payment or coupon which provide consistent income during the bond's life. For example, investing 100,000 ringgit in a corporate bond with a 5% coupon rate will provide 5,000 ringgit in annual interest, paid into equal semi-annual payment of 2,500 ringgit each. Hence, the interest is paid to the investor annually or semi-annually and the principal is repaid at maturity.
Next is I will explain about the repayment of dividend for each bonds. First is IMB Malaysia Government Securities. We will calculate the coupon rate. 3.5% we will divide by 2 since these bonds pay interest semi-annually. We will get 1.75% and then we will multiply with 1,000 ringgit which we assume the investor will invest. We will get our interest payment worth 1,750 ringgit per period. Lastly, we will calculate how much in total our interest over 10 years which is maturity period for this bond. We will multiply 1,750 ringgit with 20 since every year we will receive 2 times of the interest payments. In total, investor will receive 35,000 ringgit at the end of the maturity period of the bonds. Next is repayment of dividend for Maybank corporate bonds. First, we will calculate coupon rate for each period, so we will divide 5% with 2 since bonds pay interest semi-annually. We will get 2.5% for each period. Then we will calculate interest payments. 2.5% will be multiplied with 100,000 and we will get 2,500 ringgit for each period. Lastly, investor will receive 35,000 ringgit in total interest payment after maturity date of the bonds, which is 7 year or after 14 period. Next is repayment schedule of the product, which is IMB Malaysia Government Securities. The schedule will show the investor will receive semi-annually interest payments of 1,750 ringgit every 6 months. On the last payment date, the investor also gets the principal repayment of 100,000, making the total last payment 101,750 ringgit. Next, I will explain about the repayment schedule of Maybank corporate bonds. The schedule shows that the investor will receive 2,500 ringgit for each period for 5 years and a lump sum repayment of 100,000 at the end of the bond's maturity dates.
Now, shall we talk about the benefits of the product? Let's go for CIMB first. It offers good safety because it is backed by the Malaysian government, offering low risk and high security. The second one is attractive interest. Third one is tax-free. The fourth one is liquidity. The fifth one is regular income. The rest, you can read it. Next, let's go to Maybank. It offers higher returns because it has attractive yields among 4 to 6% due to moderate risk. The second one is a steady income because it has regular semi-annual interest payments. And the third one, it has good diversification because it can balance its risk with fixed income securities. And as you can see, the other benefits. Now, after discussing about the differences between the CIMB and Maybank, we can finally compare the both of them. There are around 8 factors about it. We go through risk, where CIMB is low and Maybank is moderate. We have interest rate, we have liquidity, taxation, maturity level, which CIMB is longer, Maybank is shorter, income stability, returns, and also credit rating.
Lastly, I will briefly compare CIMB government bond MGS and Maybank corporate bonds to help you choose the best option. CIMB MGS, backed by the Malaysian government, offers safety, tax-exempt interest, and fixed coupon rates of 3% to 4%, making them ideal for risk-averse investors or retirees prioritizing stability. On the other hand, Maybank corporate bonds provide higher yield of 4% to 6% with shorter tenure of 3 to 10 years. While they carry moderate risk, they are attractive for investors seeking better return and portfolio diversification. In conclusion, CIMB MGS ensures steady income and safety, while Maybank corporate bonds suit those aiming for higher return. Combining both can achieve diversification and stability. Thank you.